All right, we're going to be doing the custody scenario. I'm going to be Tim, and she's going to be Lauren. Hi, Lauren. Thank you for sitting down with me. I know things haven't been easy between us. I really appreciate the time to talk because I know we both love the kids and we want what's best for them. So I think we can come up with a solution to do something that we all agree on.
Yeah, I agree. This is just a really challenging time, harder than maybe I thought. I also just want what's best for them, and I don't want us to be, constantly arguing or upset at each other, because I know that is really hard on them too. So I hope that we can come to an understanding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to make sure this doesn't feel like I'm trying to control the situation or take anything away from you. I just want to have an honest conversation about how the kids are doing. I've noticed that when they stay with me, they say things that make me concerned. Like, I know they recently moved in with you and Justin, and I think they're just not used to that. It's all pretty sudden for them, and they don't seem like they're settling into Justin's house. So that is just kind of concerning to me because I live in the house that they grew up in, so I think they feel more comfortable living with me.
Yeah, I didn't know you felt that way. I know that they've been having a little bit hard time adjusting to not being here, and I was trying to give it some time, just to get to know Justin, and I know he's been really trying, but maybe it's not going as well as I thought. I wish that they would, talk to me and tell me more, but they sort of have been really quiet about it. So I'm glad that they're talking to you about it.
Yeah, and that's not your fault at all. I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong. I just want to give the kids the best chance at a normal life because they are really young and divorce is pretty hard for them. So I think being back in their home full time, at least for a little while, could help them feel more grounded and with adjusting to everything. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I see your point. I also want to make sure that I keep them with me, or that I have enough time with them. I don't want them to feel like they're being taken away from me, or because they're used to me being around a lot, especially during the week. I've been trying hard to keep things normal and make a good home for them. I want that for them.
Yeah, I understand that. I want you to still have time with them and stay deeply involved. Like you are their mom. But maybe we can find something that gives them stability and also keeps you connected, and we can meet in the middle a little bit. Because my concerns are still there. I was considering or thinking about this, like if we did something temporary, like a 3-month trial where they stay with me during the school week just to keep things normal. They can go on their same bus, and then they spend weekends and breaks with you, and then we can check in regularly and see how they're doing and how they're adjusting to that.
Yeah, that could be a start. I still want to make sure that I get quality time with them, and that's not just rushed weekends because of their sports and all the activities, and there's so much more going on. I also want to make sure that we get a little bit more focused on how we split the holidays and the breaks. And maybe during the week, if they're with you, that I could, see them one evening for dinner, or find some time during the 5-day week to see them, so that I'm not only seeing them on the weekends.
Definitely, I totally get that. And also, I was thinking we could consider some family therapy for the kids just to help them talk through everything, since they're obviously not saying all of their feelings to both of us. So I think that could be beneficial and maybe help us to work things out better. If we were in front...
I'd be open to that. I want to make sure that they're okay emotionally too, and I've been thinking about that. I do have a a friend who has a therapist number that we could call, and I think that would be really helpful.
Yeah, and if we were in front of a mediator or a judge, I think they would look at what's best for the kids, like their emotional well-being, stability, comfort. So I just want to make sure whatever we decide is something that will be seen as fair and safe for others too. So we just have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think if we stay involved and they feel supported, that will all benefit. More than if we keep going back and forth and things keep changing.
I agree. And if we can't come to an agreement ourselves, like we probably have to go through the courts, and that can get super messy. So also expensive. I'd prefer that we decide together because we know what's best for the kids, and we just have to put them first, no matter how much we just want to be with them all the time.
Yeah, I really don't want to go to court. I do think that just makes things messy, like you said, and we don't really have the money for that right now. I do think that our relationship, like we can, I don't know. I like the 3-month trial option because we can just try things out and see how they're doing. So I'm willing to try that.
Yeah, I agree. So we try the new arrangement for 3 months. The kids live with me during the school week, and then weekends with you, and then we split holidays, and then we'll meet every few weeks to check in. We can adjust if we need to, depending on how you feel and the kids feel. And then we'll also look into counseling for the kids, and maybe we can do that weekly.
Yeah, I think that seems fair, especially if we're just flexible with some of the things going on. During the week, I'd like to be able to see them or FaceTime them or take them out to dinner or pick them up from school, so that I can see them during the week.
I'm taking this.
Absolutely. That's really important. I'll make sure that that's built into the routine because I know that at least talking to them is important to you and important to them as well. So I can definitely make that happen. Thank you, Lauren. I know this isn't easy for either of us, and I'm hopeful that this will help the kids feel more secure and loved, and that's all I really care about. And I do want the best for you as well. I just know that we have to put the kids first and come to a solution. But I think this new plan will definitely help, and we can definitely adjust it as we need.
Yeah, me too. Let's just give it a try, and then we can maybe talk through how we're going to talk to the kids about this change and how we can make that a smooth transition, so that they're not just, I don't know, they don't understand why things are happening. I think they'll be happy to be home, and we'll just give it a try. And it means a lot to see us working together.
And I think they'll definitely notice that. And yeah, we can just see how it goes. But thank you for sitting down to talk to me. It means a lot.
All right. Thanks.
What the hell is that?